Howdy y'all, welcome to another edition of Getting Outdoors. It is early February and we're about to get back into spring. So now that hunting season is done, it's time to start paying attention to the garden. Now what I've done over the winter was put down a bunch of hay. As you know, on my channel I do the Ruth Stout type of gardening. So it is a deep thick mulch hay bed that I put down, and I've got the inside garden, and then what I call the inside garden and the outside garden. The inside garden right now has got some strawberries and then a couple of broccoli. I put in over the winter. Actually, we'll be going up to a gardening center today for a gardening class, and we'll be getting some more probably cool season type of plants. So you'll be able to see that later on when we get to planting them. But we're looking at just some leafy lettuce, some broccoli, cauliflower, things like that that would go in right now. But the other thing is that we always have to start preparing for what the spring is going to bring, which is going to be hot, dry weather, which then means a new bed of mulch. And as you know, in the Ruth Stout is that whenever this gets down to the ground, well then of course that's where your weeds, and then you get the evaporation of all of your water. So what I've got today and doing this morning is I've got a load here of hay, and this is all used hay from a local goat farm. And yep, that means it's got goat manure already mixed in with it. So not only am I going to have a good composted old hay to put down, but it's going to have lots of natural fertilizer in it. So we'll see how long this one takes me, and hopefully I can get over to that gardening class in time. I got the trailer all unloaded, and there's a bunch of it. That's a whole ring around the outside garden fence there. So that should definitely last me for a while. So I'll start composting that goat manure that's in there, and should be ready to go here in the spring. So I went out and got a couple other vegetable plants there. So you've got some broccoli that's already planted, and I've got some red romaine lettuce leaves and some Swiss chard, and then got another strawberry plant here, and it'll go along with the other strawberries that have survived from last year. Had a couple of those plants, so actually really excited about having some strawberries this spring. So looks like everything is going good. Laid some more of the hay in here, covered up what a little bit of weeds were popping up, but letting that settle in, and you'll be able to look underneath here. And let me show you kind of what we already got going. I added in a bunch of leaves and stuff over the winter, but if we look in here, you see it, how damp and wet this is, and you see how nice and moist that ground is looking. So that's going to turn out really, really well. You see it's just got all kinds of good fertilizer and soil composition in there. So I recommend that if you haven't gone out and started your Ruth Stout garden this way and started piling up your hay, go ahead and do it, and make sure to get it nice and thick. Let's look right here, just kind of in the middle, and I would say, I'm putting my hand down, and now that's the tip of my fingers there. So you're talking about 6 inches of hay that's there. And you see, I touch all the way down, and it's nice and wet. So that means that ground is getting exactly what it needs at this time. So hope you're doing good and getting your garden ready. Don't forget to click on the subscribe little bell there so you know when new videos pop up, and like this video.